ago, and yeah, that's how long that one took. And some of them I haven't even heard from at all.
Yeah, and I mean, with me, there's even some auditions were like that. They wouldn't cast people who like auditioned before the deadline.
Yeah.
And kept it. They keep on extending the deadline and then not casting people.
There's one thing that I auditioned for back in, oh god, I don't know, March, maybe, the end of March, April. Its deadline was, I think, 15th, and then it got extended to the 27th. 27th rolled by, it still hasn't been updated, so...
Oh, is that one of the Distadia ones? Final Fantasy Distadia?
No, it was a radio play prelude to Final Fantasy or something. It was sort of like it was basically a radio play that told the story of the 4 Light Warriors in the original Final Fantasy and how they became who they are. Which makes no sense because they are not really characters at all, they haven't got names. But yeah, it's based on.
But yeah,
I've
auditioned for 2 Distadias or whatever ones, and both of them have just completely dropped it.
Yeah, I auditioned for one of them, I think. The other one I didn't because I tend not to audition for things if the thread looks, I think, like if they spell like a 4-year-old, I'm not going to audition for their thing because it's probably going to be crap. And that person, I think, one of them just was not very organised, and it looked to me like they didn't know what they were doing. The other one I auditioned for, but both of them just died completely. They kept saying they'll get back to it eventually, but they just don't.
They gave June, and they haven't. They still haven't.
Yeah, I mean, I set my deadline for June, but I put a little message on the first post, I think, saying that it was just put on hold for now because firstly, I think
for it.
Not many people have been auditioning for it, mainly because there's heaps of roles and that, mainly because the artist I'd hired to draw little profiles of each character seems to have died, well not really, but just has not been online in 3 months, so either they've blocked me because they can't be bothered doing my work or whatever, but yeah, and so I'm guessing I tend to, if there's pictures for each character, I tend to be able to audition for them better, so maybe that's why. And also, not many people know me since I am in a lot of things, but none of them have been released yet, which is probably why.
My best suggestion on that end is to put it up on YouTube. You probably get more auditions, and if I post an audition up on YouTube, I can guarantee you'll get auditions.
Yeah, that might work. I mean, for the moment, I'm going to leave it until my next holiday. I mean, well, I've got a 5-day weekend right now, but I'm mainly focusing on my Let's Plays for that. For now, I'll leave it since I
But like I said, I can guarantee that you will probably get some auditions from some very good voice actors. I do have a few connections off YouTube that they don't seem to audition anywhere off of YouTube.
Interesting. Well, I'll do that next time I want to start it up, because that'll probably give me a lot more success. I mean, one of the problems is I've heard that Voice Acting Alliance, there's more female members than there are male ones, and considering my radio play has 15 male roles, 6 female roles, that's a problem.
Yeah, and I auditioned for like 5 of them, 4 of them. Which was good. The only one that made me laugh a little bit was the Scottish one, or the Irish one. Accents is Halloween thing.
Well, you don't seem to be very good at accents, do you?
No.
Not exactly, no. It's one of the things that I think is one of the things that comes to me rather easily, so long as they're not giving me some strange accent that I've never heard of before.
Well, see, I think my problem is with males and female accents are different.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard a lot of female accents. That's why when I try to do British, it comes out really posh. Because I can't speak British any other way, because I haven't listened to a normal British person talk. Or British female.
Okay, now, can I just say, the past minute of you talking, I believe Stephen Hawking may have hacked your computer and was saying those words for you. Either that or Skype buggered up.
I blame Skype.
Doing it again.
I blame
Smartest man in the world, why would he need your computer? I don't know, but still.
Stephen Hawking, get on my computer!
I do not want to. Okay. You're alright now, I heard that fine.
Okay. Let's try this again.
Yes.
My English accent, I don't know if you noticed, I bet you did, comes out really extremely posh compared to what a normal British person talks like. And I know this, but I can't, like, it doesn't click in my head because I don't hear, basically non-posh British females talk. Because in gaming, when they put British women in there, they're always, for the most part, really, really posh. For some reason.
That's, well, it didn't really matter as much for my radio play, since most of the women roles that are British are very important people in the city that they're in, and would do well to sound like that. But yeah, I did notice that.
That is why, because if I can hear and listen to an accent, I can do it. But if I can't, then it obviously is a problem. Because with that particular accent, I have a couple of examples to grasp onto that I've done before. There's Alice from American McGee's Alice, and then I guess you can consider Crystal from Star Fox Adventure British too. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, best thing to do with that is to just maybe look up some movie shows, games, whatever, just to hear examples of the accents that you want to get better at. Which, I mean, that's pretty obvious, but...
Yeah. I've also had Halloween trying to help me out a little with some fundamentals and accents, because he's actually really good at accents.
Yeah.
I don't know if you actually watched his 6 auditions.
I haven't recently, no.
He did some really cool variations on accents.
I've seen his Seymour auditions, but that was basically his same accent anyway, so...
Yeah, he... Basically, how he got to the Seymour voice was, the girl we were auditioning for, he wanted to pass it through her before he continued recording, and I said, okay, fine. And as soon as she listened to it, she said, I loved it. Do that. Basically.
That's encouraging.
Yeah.
Hearing that, yeah.
So that's how that happened. With that particular accent, I honestly think, though, that 6 was his best because of the fact of how he made so many variations of things that he hadn't done before.
Final Fantasy 6, you mean?
Yes.
I haven't really watched any auditions for that one because I've never really played the game, gotten into it, so I just sort of skipped with that one. I mean, I don't want to get in too many things because even though most of them are taking forever to get started in that, I don't want to get to a point where they all start at once and then be completely and utterly screwed.
Yeah, I understand.
The fact that one thing usually pops up maybe once every 2 weeks, that's good enough for me. It'd be great if I could have some more, but I don't want to get too many in case I get bum-rushed by acting roles. Probably should use that analogy, but okay.
Like I said, I'm trying to cut down too on accepting roles as well.
Yeah, because I've gone for a lot of... I auditioned for World of Warcraft Machinima today, in which there were only 2 characters available. I think I went for some wizard guy. I think he was in Warcraft 3 actually, Antonidas, but he was a minor character. So I'm good at an old man voice, I've been told. I'm cast as several old men actually. I'm a summon there's a Tales of fan game. I'm playing Maxwell, who's some old man summon thing. I don't really know, I've never gotten into the series, but yeah. There's some other thing where I'm playing an old man, but that's another one of those ones that's taking ages to give me feedback, give me script, give me any sort of information at all that the producer is reading.
I'm like Beatrix in like 4 different things.
Yeah, like the Final Fantasy 9 fandom, the script for episode 1 was given to us basically nearly 2 months ago now. I just recorded all the voice lines in about 3 days. There were only 15 of them, so it didn't take long. I just sent them back, and there's been no updates on that since then. Because, I mean, she said she was focusing on Final Fantasy VII first, which makes sense. But considering nothing's really happened in any of the 3 games, that's
yeah, I sent in my Adea lines like a couple of months ago. Anyway, we've beaten the boss.
Have you? Oh, I didn't even notice. Considering I can't see the screen, all I can hear is just faint sounds of battle. I've got absolutely nothing to do with the game going on.
Exactly, so we'll catch you in another couple of battles. We'll probably end up continuing the same conversation. So,
Pretty much.
see you guys.